welcome back, guys, to Picking a Fight. I'm Lach.
I'm Jeff.
And today we're going to be looking at Mateusz Gamrot versus Jeremy Stephens on the UFC Fight Night, Makhachev versus Moises. What you think, Jeff?
I think this is going to be interesting just because Jeremy Stephens is coming off like a little coach streak, you know. His resume recently has been a little spotty.
4 in a row he's dropped.
Yeah, for sure. That's crazy. But then you're looking on the other side is Gamrot, who's fresh to the UFC. I think this is gonna be his third fight in the UFC, and it's not against someone to be taken lightly. Even though Jeremy Stephens has had his rough patch right now as of recently, I think he's still someone to be feared. You can't take him lightly. But I do think Gamrot actually poses a very different threat to Jeremy Stephens because he's always threatening the takedown, and I feel like Yair took him down a couple times. I think who was it? I don't know. I feel like he doesn't fare well when when they take him down because then he worries too much about the takedown. I think he got finished. His last fight, he got finished by Calvin Kattar, right? Dang,
Nasty,
crazy,
bro.
Yeah. Well, what you think?
I don't know. I like Gamrot a lot, but I feel like this is gonna be like his first biggest test because Jeremy Stephens is like past his prime and maybe on the way out, but he still poses a really big threat to a lot of these upcoming guys, including Gamrot. And Gamrot, he faced Kudaladze, who was another prospect coming in, also making his UFC debut, and then he beat Scott Holtzman. He finished him, and Holtzman's he's not bad, but he's not. He's been finished by all the other top guys, so I feel like this is the biggest test. It's just kind of a litmus test to Gamrot to see what level he's on, and if he can hang with like the big guys. And I think this is really important because he's 30 years old. He's basically in his prime. This is his first stint in the UFC. This is his shot to kind of shoot himself up there in the with the top of these guys at featherweight. But I think Jeremy Stephens, he poses an interesting threat because he's going to be coming forward. He obviously has like pretty good power. He wings his shots a lot. So he's coming to take his head off for sure. Gamrot's kind of the opposite. He's a little more composed. It kind of looks for his shots better. And I think the biggest thing will be his counters. I think he does a really good job of countering guys on the way in. And I think that's going to be his thing. But he got to try to avoid to get hit with anything too big. I don't think Gamrot's ever been finished by strikes. But, you don't want to be the first. You don't want it to be the first. But I don't know. It's interesting. But I think Gamrot will be the cleaner fighter, bro. Gamrot.
How old is Jeremy Stephens?
He's 35.
That might have changed my mind a little bit.
Oh, my gosh. See, man, this dude didn't even know his age, bro.
No, but 35 is still
He's
not.
He's a Scorpio too, Sana.
35 is still not like. It's like out the door of his prime, but it's not really out of his prime because you start your prime in like the early 30s. Well, they say, right?
Who says that?
The facts.
This man.
Google had us.
I think it depends on people, but I think we've seen the best of Jeremy Stephens, and like he's like obviously we said he's still not like a low level guy. He's still someone to really be, forced to be reckoned with for these younger upcoming guys,
But like, what do you think? Like, you think Jeremy Stephens, like, if he ends up winning this fight, he can compete like at a level he once was, or no? You think?
No,
that's
I don't think
over?
so. I think his last fights prove that. Calvin Kattar, he's top 5, I think. Excuse me. Calvin Kattar's top 5. Yair. He's, I think, top 5. Zabit, I think he's in the top 5. Jose Aldo, former champion. Like, those losses prove that he can no longer hang with the elite guys of the division.
He lost to Charles Oliveira, too, right?
Bruh, that was years ago.
He still lost, right?
That was in 2014. That's a different... dude, that was by decision. Charles won by decision. Charles would probably kill him now, bruh. But whatever. Stop with the nonsense, Jeff. You're distracting me. But yeah, Stephens, he can't hang with the elite guys anymore. Like, for sure he can't. But like I said, Gamrot, this is gonna see if he's one of those guys or if he's not good enough. Like Doo Ho Choi, if he's not
But what do you think is wrong? Like, what do you think? What do you think Jeremy Stephens is doing wrong?
I think just his style is a little outdated. You know, these guys are becoming more slick. No lie, they're getting bigger. I mean, Zabit, Yair, Calvin Kattar, those dudes are fucking huge. Sorry, those guys are freaking huge for the division. So it's like they're getting bigger, they're getting slicker. Their striking is more crisp. So I mean, his style is like really old school, where he's just trying to get into distance and swing, you know. And it worked against guys like Josh Emmett, because Josh Emmett has like a very similar style to Jeremy Stephens. It worked against Duho Choi. Duho Choi was too inexperienced. Worked against Gilbert Melendez, another guy. I mean, then I don't want to go too far back, but I mean, his style is no longer a viable style because guys are getting too slick now. They're actually developing more than just like an overhand or something like that.
Yeah, but from what I saw of Gamrot, I don't think he's that great on the feet, though.
Nah, I don't think so either.
So how do you think he's going to win this fight?
Did I say he's going to win this fight?
Are you making it seem like he was?
No, I actually think this is a bad matchup for him. And I want to compare. Like,
copying me, brother. Literally said that in the beginning of the jump.
Did you? Too bad nobody was listening.
The last match.
Nah, because I kind of like the Duho Choi. Like Duho Choi is more of a precision guy, like just his straight punches. But yeah, when he doesn't land it, the pressure becomes too much. And I mean, we're gonna really see how good Gamrot is on his back foot if he can fight going backwards. And if he can't, I think the pressure is gonna drown him. Same way did Duho Choi, where he couldn't get him out, and so he got put down by something big. And I actually see. I feel like I said, it's hard to tell because we don't know how good Gamrot is for sure. But I think there's a huge possibility he's gonna get upset here. I don't even know if he's the favorite, but I think he is the favorite. But I think there's a huge opportunity for Jeremy Stephens to clean out one of these young guys.
So you got Jeremy Stephens?
I have no idea, to be honest. I'm thinking about it. Who do you got, Jeff?
I think this one's a close one too, but I think I'm gonna go with Jeremy Stephens. Just because I'm hoping this man been practicing. I mean, he's obviously been training and stuff, but hopefully he's like been making adjustments because his last couple of fights he's kind of been coming out with the same game plan, like doing the same thing, and it's obviously not working out for him.
That's because he's just an old dog, man. Like those guys, they fought different. Like Chad Mendes and guys, like they have that old style, man. And I mean, you saw that style. Like there's nobody with that style anymore. That's an elite guy.
Yeah, but I mean, you could look at someone like Brian Ortega, who's been fighting the same way his whole like amateur, early professional career.
To now, that's the most uneducated take I've ever heard, bruh.
What do you mean?
He literally changed his coaches up to change his style, bruh. And now
that's what you gotta do then.
But that's different because Ortega was never a guy that was Jeremy Stephens was like, where you kind of put your head down and swing like hook, you know. Yeah, he was not that type of fighter. He was a jiu-jitsu guy where it's like all I gotta do is grab you.
Yeah, but I think it goes kind of like hand in hand though. Like I mean, they're the habits that he's sticking to, and you know he broke them by making adjustments. Like yeah, if he had to switch coaches, I mean you got to do what you got to do. You know, no hard feelings. This is business, right? You're doing what you have to do to win. So I think Jeremy Stephens, like, maybe not change his coach is necessarily, but like, I think he needs to become a little more well-rounded. I feel like
it's too late for him, man.
Yeah, I agree with that, but I don't know, man.
How you know that,
bro?
Nah, but I got Gamrot by decision. I think he'll be able to use it. I mean, like we're gonna see, but I think his skills are good enough to kind of avoid any big thing.
Yeah, I think
it's gonna be a close one, man.
I think the only one that's kind of like making me like tilt is the fact that Gamrot is more well-rounded, and he always poses the threat of the takedown.
That's true.
But I'll stick with Jeremy Stephens though. You know, I live a good underdog story.
Okay,
a good comeback story, man. So.
But yeah, I think this one has the potential also to be fight of the night. This one and Benitez versus Quarantillo. I think those are probably going to win fight of the night. I think the Benitez one has probably a higher chance of being fight of the night than this one. But I mean, it has the potential to be crazy, and with Jeremy Stephens, it's always probably gonna be pretty violent. So yeah, I got Gamrot by decision. You got who?
I got Stephens. I think by decision as well. I don't think you can finish him.
All right. Well,
man, it's saying that ain't sound right. I'm gonna say Jeremy Stephens by second
has to be my
TKO.
knockout. Yeah, it has to be by TKO, man.
He's gonna get him second round, if not first round.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see.
All right, so those are picks and predictions for Jeremy Stephens versus Mateusz Gamrot.
Mateusz Gamrot. This man is uncultured.
Mateusz Gamrot. Make sure to tune into our other videos. We cover all the other fights on this main card. Yeah, so make sure to tune in next time, and we'll see you there.
Yep. See you there.